Right, so it is just barely day 89 of my New Year's resolution to plant a tree for every single day, or plant a tree every single day, I'm not sure, anyway. So let's get on with it. Right, so today's tree is primarily used for architectural plantings in Zambia, so it is the Ashok,
Monoon longifolia,
which is a tree that grows in a very pillar-like form, which means it's a very good one for windbreaks because it can be very fast growing. It's a very good one for sound barriers, so a lot of people plant it along their fence line between them and the road, and it's also very good for cooling houses, so if you plant it close to your house, and it can be planted a lot closer than a lot of other trees because it doesn't have a particularly invasive root system and it doesn't have spreading branches, which means it doesn't tend to knock against the walls and damage things, so you can plant it usually about 1 meter from a house without serious trouble, provided you've accounted for the width of your eaves within that. And then it will shade the house and stop it overheating in the middle of October when it gets very, very hot here. So I'm planting it in this case with the fairly appropriately named Song of India variant of the Dracaena reflexor, which is the only variant of the Dracaena reflexor I have. If I had the plain green one, I probably would use that because I'm not overly keen on variegated forms. They can be a little bit sun needy and prone to sunburn, so I'm not that sold on the whole idea. And some of the walking iris, so Dietes iridoides, which should hopefully give a little bit of a toxic barrier while this gets established, so it doesn't end up like the little Portulacaria afra that we saw the other day that had been sort of debarked by termites. So yeah, so that should be everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please tune in again tomorrow when I'll be planting something different and once again trying to do it during the day.
As you might guess by the eyes just starting to peek out there, this little thing is not a leaf. It is in fact a leatherleaf, which is a type of tropical slug. So this is the family of Veronicelidae. This is probably Levicornis alte, which is one of the more common ones. Sometimes just called the tropical leatherleaf because it's found pretty much throughout sub-Saharan Africa and into parts of Asia. And they are wonderful little creatures. So you can see the back is very leathery, which not only gives it great camouflage, it also means it's much less dehydration prone than a lot of other slugs, and it also moves on a much thinner foot than others, which is why it seems to be floating slightly above the ground, because for most of its width, its body is not actually sitting on the ground. It is held just above it, and it's just right in the centre. There is a narrow little pale foot, and that is what it is sliding along on. So yeah, leatherleaf slug.